Hey, welcome to Public Speaking Profits. This is Odell Bazell. Going to be talking about how you can use public speaking as paid advertising for your business. If you are somebody that is in business, whether it be a service-based business, whether it be maybe you're a public speaker, or you want to be a public speaker, this information is going to help you. And what I want to get across to you today is very simple. I want to start by saying this: professional speaking should be paid advertising for your business. I'll say that again. Public speaking should be paid advertising for your business. A lot of people look at public speaking, or they look at individuals that do professional speaking, and they think that that's their business. Um, And for some people, it is. That's how they make money. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's their business, but it's how they make money, which is great. I believe that if you're doing professional speaking, you should not just get paid to do it, but you should be using that as an avenue, as a strategy to advertise something. So when you're talking about advertising, it's how you get your message out there, it's how you get your brand out there. And so when you're taking time out of your life, when you're taking time away from your family, whether it's virtual or whether it's in person, you should be advertising something. And I say that because for years I did not understand that. And it wasn't until I want to say September 2019, I met a guy that a lot of people listening probably have never heard of. His name is Alex Mondosian. I've known of him for a long time in the digital marketing space. He is known as the godfather of digital marketing. And Alex, I met him. I was at a conference. I ran up to him during lunch, introduced myself, and he said, "Oh, you're a speaker. What do you speak about, and who do you speak to?" And I told him that I spoke at colleges. I spoke on leadership and diversity, communication. And he asked me this question. He said, "So what are you selling to the college students?" And I said, wait. I was like, my bad. You're a big digital marketer. You've been making, money on the internet. That's not how this works. The schools pay me and then I speak. So I don't sell anything to the students. And he kind of looked at me and he said, "You don't sell anything?" I said, "No, I don't sell anything." And he said, "How long you been speaking?" I said, "Well, professionally, I've been speaking since 2008, been full time since 2013." And then he asked me this question. I knew I was about to be mad at myself. He says, "So, how many people do you think you've spoken in front of since you started?" I was like, "I don't know." He said, "Give me a guess. What do you think?" I said, "Well, I do pretty large audiences, maybe 10 times a year, like really large, 1,000 or more." And he said, "Okay, let's just say 10,000." I said, 10,000. Been speaking since 2013. It's been, at that time, it was 9 years. So he said, let's just say 10,000 since 2013, 9 years times 10,000. That's 90,000 people. He said, "You don't think any of those 90,000 people had some money?" And then I just started shaking my head, smiling like, ah. And then he asked me this. He said, he said, "You started in 2008. How old is that 18-year-old college student now?" And that's when the light bulb came on. I said, "Gosh, I've been using public speaking up to that point as a business opportunity, as an income opportunity, I should say, making money. And the only way that I could get paid again is if I was on stage." But then I started asking some of my other speaker friends, like, what are you selling to your audiences? What are you selling to your audiences? And most of them were like, nothing. And that's when I came up with the phrase professional speaking should be paid advertising for your business. And so I just wanted to say that or tell you that story to set the stage on whatever business you're in. I've said this before. Public speaking is, you can make money in public speaking as an income opportunity or as a marketing medium. I believe that public speaking is the greatest marketing medium of all time. I believe that, and you can argue with me. That's fine. The truth does not need a consensus to be true. It's the truth. Public speaking, from what we know and understand it, has been what's driven society for years. What we see now through television, through social media, through podcast, all of that stuff is just a way in which we hear the public, or we receive that public speaking medium. Right now, if you're listening to this as a recording, I'm speaking in front of you, but I'm just in your ear. If you're watching a video, I'm literally speaking publicly. We just have come to define public speaking and pigeonholed it to somebody standing on a stage, delivering a sermon, delivering a message, delivering a training, or something like that. So first and foremost, I want you to tweak your mindset, and that's the whole reason why I have Public Speaking Profits in the first place, is for you to tweak your mindset to understand I have to speak publicly more to get in business more. You have to speak publicly more to get more business. You have to. Every strategy that people say that you should do is about speaking publicly more. So I just wanted to say that. Here's the second thing before I get into the strategies. You have to fall in love with marketing. Remember the first time you were in love? Maybe the first time you thought you were in love. Remember how that person, they just took over your consciousness, where you woke up, you thought about them. You went to lunch, you thought about them. You're talking to your friends, you thought about them. You were, for some people, you were doodling on your notebook or in your notebook about that. You remember that? You remember? Yeah, you fell in love. You got to fall in love with marketing, just like that. Just like that. Odell and marketing, sitting in a tree, KISSING. Literally, you've got to fall in love with marketing, because that's the business you're in. Whatever business you think you're in the business of marketing that business. Period. You got to understand that. And if you don't fall in love with marketing, you need somebody on your team that is in love with marketing. Also, you must stand on a platform. So I'm going to give you this quote by Michael Hyatt, and then I'm going to jump into the strategies. And then, if you have any questions, if you're listening to this live on Clubhouse, then this will be for you. So this quote, I love this quote. Very simply, a platform is the thing you stand on to get heard. It's your stage. But unlike a stage in a theater, today's platform is not built of wood or concrete or perched on a grassy hill. Today's platform is built of people, contacts, connections, followers. That's a quote by Michael Hyatt. Think about that. You got to stand on the platform. The platform is the thing you stand on to get heard. It's your stage. Other people have already gathered the people that will buy from you. Other people have already gathered or are gathering on a regular basis the people that will buy from you. The easiest way for you to get in front of them is through public speaking. Public speaking is a transferable skill. If you can speak publicly, there's so many different things that you could do to get in front of other people's audiences, but just most people won't do it. And you have to be the one that does that for your business. You've heard me say this before. I hope that you've submitted it to memory by now. If you haven't, then this will be another opportunity for you to do so. There are 3 pillars of guaranteed profit. If you master one of these pillars, you will have guaranteed profit in your business. I believe that public speaking gives you a fast track to all three. So, what are those three pillars of guaranteed profit? Celebrity, connections, and content. The three C's, the three pillars of guaranteed profit: celebrity, connections, content. If you can build a celebrity, if you can be known, if you can be admired, if you can be respected by your ideal client, the people that you want to buy from you, you'll make a lot of money. If you're connected to a lot of people that want to buy from you, you'll make a lot of money. If you create a lot of compelling content for the people that you want to buy from you, you'll make a lot of money. Public speaking creates automatic celebrity. Think about who they get to host different award shows. Think about who they get to host the Oscars. You have that person in mind? If they got a random person to do it, do you understand that that person would instantly be famous? Instantly. But see, they usually don't do it like that. You usually have to be somewhat famous or be very famous to host the Oscars or something like that. So celebrity gets you the fast track, but it allows you as a speaker, if you're a speaker, whatever you get on stage, you look like a celebrity, you look like an authority, and we have to know you, like you, and trust you to buy from you. All right, let's jump into the strategies. And y'all know me, I'm heavy on strategies. It's something that I believe certain people, when they get the right strategies, they can use them and make money. Most people, though, they can't really use strategies. Most people are better served by being inspired. So I wanted to say that before I get into the strategies, because some people listening, you're going to use these strategies. Some people listening are going to be able to pass the strategies along to other people. However you do it, I just want you to do it, what's best for you. So these are strategies, and they work best if you know your ideal client. If you don't know your ideal client, or you don't know the market you're in, these strategies might not work for you. If you sell a service for a nice profit margin, I say at least $2,000. If you're selling a service and receiving $2,000 or more from one or two offerings, that's pretty cool. So if you're a speaker and you charge more than $2,000, this is good for you. If you're a dentist, this is good for you, but it can work for anybody. It'll just work better for these people. These are the three strategies. Get ready to write them down. Get ready to use them to profit. And remember, public speaking should be paid advertising. So public speaking is a big part to all of these. Number one, paid video sales letter. And I'm going to explain each one. I'm going to list each one, then I'm going to explain each one. Paid video sales letter. Number two, collaborate with affiliates for a live event. Number three, go on a paid speaking tour. All right, I'm going to say them again, then I'm going to go over them. Number one, paid VSL, video sales letter. Number two, collaborate with affiliates for a live event. Number three, go on a paid speaking tour. Let's break it down. So, public speaking should be paid advertising for your business. Let's just make up a business. I just got my haircut on Thursday. Just got my haircut on Thursday. If I was a barber and I wanted to raise my prices, hairstylist, whatever, I wanted to raise my prices, I would do the paid video sales letter. So what you would have to do to make this work is you need a video. You need a page to put that video on your website, or on a website, or even on LinkedIn or wherever. You just need a place to put it. You need a Google form. You need to fill out a Google form, and you need a PayPal or Cash App or what a way to pay people. Here's the ideology behind a paid video sales letter. You're going to pay people to watch a video that you record about your new offer. That's why you have to know your ideal client. You're going to pay people to watch a video of a new offer you have coming. The thing with the paid video sales letter that a lot of people pull back from is, I don't want to pay people. What if they don't do anything? If you've ever run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, or ever advertised in a paper, in a conference booklet, or what have you, people have ignored your ads. So the paid video sales letter is that on steroids. You have to know your ideal client, though. So if I'm a barber, if I'm a hairstylist, what I do is I create a video. Hey, what's up? This is Odell Bazell, the barber, and I'm just excited that you're looking at this video. I want to give a new service to my clients. I want to create a luxury line of my services. What I want to do is when you come in, get a haircut. If you're a black man, we're going to wash your beard. We're going to give you a face treatment. We're going to wash your hair. We're going to line you up or whatever. I probably said it out of order, but I would do that. If you're interested in learning more about that, fill out the form below and we'll get to you and schedule your appointment. Blah, 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 blah. I would do something like that. To all my previous clients, I would send them the video sales letter and say, hey, Deandra, Ariel, Sierra, Demarion, Stan, here's what I want you to do. Watch this video. Fill out the form below the video and send the video to 2 people. And I'll give you $30. $30. You win, you win. If I'm a barber and let's say I cut 100 people's hair and I send that to 100 people. But Odell, that's $30 that I'm on the hook. First of all, everybody's not going to do it, but let's just assume that they do. That's $3,000 you got to pay. Odell, I thought you said it's paid advertising. Wait, we're not done. If 100 people watch the video and it's good, there's a caveat. It's got to be good. That's why, again, public speaking, got to be good at it. It's got to be good. You could pay somebody to do it, or you could do it, however you want to do it. I suggest you do it. Just practice a bunch of times. You do it. And then if 100 people do it, yes, you're on the hook for $3,000. But if your offer in the barber, if it's $100 and 20 people, just 20 out of the 100, remember, these are previous clients. These are warm people. 20 of them take your $100 new service. That's $2,000. Odell, I'm still on the hook though. I still had to pay $3,000. I only got $2,000 back. I'm still in the hole at $1,000. But wait, if they did everything that you instructed them to do, they sent it to 2 people. So 100 people became 200 people. And if just 20 out of the 100, let's say just 20 more did it because they didn't know you. That's another $2,000 you got paid for that new service. And then you have an opportunity to get more clients to stick. That's an example of the video sales letter. You can do that in any service that you have. Just go back to your previous client, say, hey, check this out. I want to give you a gift. If they feel bad about taking the money, that's on them. That's not on you, because we pay medias all the time, media companies all the time, to get in front of who we think are our ideal clients. That's the first way. Pay video sales letter. Last year in 2021, that made me about $100,000 just doing what I just said. Number 2, collaborate with affiliates for a live event. You're going to see me doing this very soon. Some of you listening to this, if you're listening to this in the past, you were probably an affiliate of mine. Some of you listening to this live, I'm going to ask you to be an affiliate. Here's how this works as paid advertising. If I have an event coming up, let's say I have an event coming up in March, and I say, hey, Sierra, I got this event coming up. I'm charging $200 per ticket. Let's collab. If anybody from your world, from your audience signs up, then I'll give you half of it. So Sierra, in this example, she ain't losing nothing. Like, as long as she doesn't have anything competing for that event, that's what you have to find somebody who has the client that you're looking for, but they don't have anything coming up around that time. Then you can say, hey, let's do it. She gets $100 if somebody signs up, you get $100. If nobody signs up, nobody gets any money. But you just maybe created some synergy for a future collaboration, right? So go to 30 people. If you, however many seats you want to fill, but you're getting paid for that. You don't even, the event could be virtual. It doesn't have to be in person. It could be virtual. And you could even say in your brain, if I don't get at least 100 people to sign up for this, I'm not doing the event. So you go after 25 affiliates, 25, and say, look, if we could just get 4, you think 4 people will sign up for this event? And again, if you know your ideal client, then you know that the event will be apropos for them. It's like being paid to advertise. And you're creating all of this new synergy. People are seeing you that didn't see you before, and you're putting money in somebody's pocket. I don't know about you, but if somebody puts $1,000, couple thousand, few $1,000s in my pocket, and I didn't do anything, I like that person. So you're building that. Number 3, go on a speaking tour. Out of all 3, this is probably the most cumbersome, depending on who you have in your world. But I want you to think about this. If there's one strategy that I could give you for getting paid speaking engagements, just one strategy, just one, I would suggest this strategy. Find an audience or find a market that is always looking for speakers. Find a market that's always looking for speakers. A lot of speakers go about it the opposite way. We try to figure out, okay, let me get really good at speaking. Let me get rid of all my uhs and ahs so I can build up my confidence. Let me polish this product, and then let me go find the crowd. I think that's the opposite way to do it. That's just my opinion. Some people don't agree with that. It's fine. If we're talking about time, which one's going to take the longest for you to find somebody to buy from you or to get better? It's going to take longer for you to find somebody to buy from you. That's just my opinion. So spend most of your time and energy on the front end finding a starving crowd that actually wants to hire speakers in the first place. A lot of people want to jump to, oh, I don't want to be a commodity. I want people to pay me my worth and all that stuff. You'll get there eventually, but that's like a new actor coming on the scene and saying, I want to be an A-lister like Will Smith. Okay, good for you. I'm a great actor. I've gone to all the acting classes and I'm amazing. And my acting teacher said that I was the best student that they've seen since Denzel Washington. Great. So have you acted at all yet? Not yet, but as soon as, no, see, you got to figure out, if you know you want to audition for a particular role, you got to plan for that role. So if you want to go on a speaking tour, find a starving crowd. I say the best crowd, especially now, for speakers are colleges and the grant funded market. Why would I say that? Because they are in the business of staying in business no matter what. And the clientele that they serve, they don't ever want to leave. All these corporations and all, they're going to find different ways. I just had an event that was in person, go virtual. I know a friend of mine who was up for a corporate event, they just canceled the event. There's a difference. Colleges and universities, no matter what you believe about them, they're not going to die anytime soon. And the government and many corporations are dedicated to not having them die. All that means is they're going to be in business. And if they're going to be in business, they're going to have students. And if they're going to have students, they're going to try to figure out ways to retain, to train, and engage those students. The best way to do that is through public speaking. So you go on a speaking tour. The best way to put this together is to make sure that the department that you're targeting for the particular event, that you have a message that they would buy. You have a topic that they will buy. I'll give you an example. I'm giving you this example because this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm getting my inner circle clients to do. Orientation. Right now, Omicron is running rampant. People are nervous again. They don't want March 2020 to happen again, so they're pulling back from a lot of in-person things. That's what's happening right now in all the spaces. Later in the year, in this year, when schools are planning for students to come back, they're going to need that inspiration. They're going to need that motivation. There's a lot of stuff going around about mental health, about all these different things. If you are in business right now and you have, let's say you're a financial planner and you can create some content centered around, financial success, financial literacy, 7 ways to be rich by 40, something like that. Figure out some to get that content and then go to the schools and say, well, the mental health, and you wrap what they need inside of a package of what they want. They want mental health. They want mental wellness. They want all that stuff because of everything that's been going on. You just wrap your message around that. Go on a speaking tour. If you got paid 10 times to speak and you charge $2,500 per speech, that's 25 grand that you got paid. If you have a book, if you're a financial planner, on the back end, you could be giving out free financial consultations to students' parents. You just got paid to advertise. If you're a doctor, a good friend of mine, she's a sex therapist. This is an idea that I'm pitching to her. She's probably not going to use this title, but you could give some 12 questions that I'd never asked my mom about sex. Something like that. You have that book or you have that content and you say, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on, mental wellness, we need to be healthy. We need to make healthy sex choices. And then you go into the schools and you sell that to them. That's what you do. You go on a speaking tour. And in any industry, you can figure out how to do it if you're creative enough. But you can get paid for advertising. If you are a public speaker alone and you just want to get more speeches, find out how to wrap it around helping new students be engaged. You got to figure that out. Remember, fall in love with marketing. You're in the business of marketing. Well, I'm not a leadership speaker. I'm not a sexologist, or I'm not what? Well, what are you? Figure out what your message is. Figure out what you are. Figure out how you can help. But use the message of public speaking. You've got to be able to do that. And if you need help with that, then that's when you get coaching, because coaching cuts down that time. So for those of you listening, make sure you use the 3 strategies. Number 1, paid video sales letter. Number 2, collaborate with affiliates for a live event or a virtual event. Or number 3, go on a speaking tour. If you're interested in learning more, make sure you go to publicspeakingprofits.com. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. It's Odell. We will hear you on the next one. Peace.